Hello friends, welcome to my channel Satya Learning Center. So hope you are doing well and learning Hadoop Big Data smoothly. So if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe Satya Learning Center in YouTube and like, share and comment, and whatever topic you want to learn in Hadoop Big Data, please let me know so that I can make useful videos for you. So I have already taught two sessions of Hadoop, like types of data in big data and basics of Hadoop. Now we are going to talk about V's of big data. V stand for like volume, variety, velocity, veracity, value, and variability. Earlier it was 3V, then 4V, then 5V. Now we can extend up to 6Vs. So basically, this may be a tricky question in your interview, in your basics interview of Hadoop as a fresher. Like whenever they ask you what are the types of V's, how many types of V's of big data you know. So you can describe like there are 6 types of uh, V's in big data as of now. So we will discuss one by one and we will come to know like what are the types of big data that we are using in our daily basis in our organization, in our company, in our business aspects, and in our other forums like education system, hospital management, and etc. in share market. So when we talk about the volume, sorry for the interruption. So when we talk about the volume, it means like what is the size of the data and what its capacity to be like to store. So nowadays, earlier we have used like kilobytes of data, megabyte, gigabyte, terabytes, so exabytes. So there are huge kinds of data and it has lot of storage capacity. So when we talk about the size of data and how much space it requires to store the data, then we can go and talk about the volume of the data. So let's take an example when we have a client and they need to store some data into a databases, into some data warehouse. So first and foremost thing, we should know clear thing from the client, like how much size of the data is required to be stored or to be processed. Because if we don't know the size of the data and if we don't know the capacity of the data, we cannot understand how much availability of blocks and memory size that we will discuss later in HDFS architecture or Hadoop file system. So before that, before going to HDFS file system, we need to know the size of the data, and so that we can use rack awareness for that, and we can store the data based on its volume, based on its size. So let's say you have a few stuff to store. Okay, so you make a store based on the stuffs. First, you know like, okay, this much stuffs I need to store in the I need to store in that blocks or in that area. Then we should know about the size of that stuffs. Based on that stuffs, we create stores and put the data, put the things. So same thing happens in big data world also. So basically here we are storing huge amount of data, so we should be aware about the size of the data. Okay, now we will go to the second V's of big data. So this is like variety. So nowadays we are getting lots of data in a various formats. Okay, like some traditional RDBMS data we can classify as it is structured data. Okay, MySQL data, Oracle data. So the data which has a format of row and column, that can be treated as a structured data. So first we need to classify which type of data we are going to process or store. Okay, let's say we have a structured data, so we can store like in a row and column format. As earlier I discussed in the previous session, uh, what are the types of data in big data? So structured, semi-structured, unstructured. If you want to learn more about that, you can go to the previous video in my channel and you can learn more elaborately about these types of data. So first variety of the data is structured. So there is some format, some row and column format that can be described as a structured data. Now semi-structured data is, it's partial structured and partial unstructured. Okay, like XML, JSON. So all kind of data can be treated as a semi-structured, and unstructured data can be treated as media data and JPG images data, videos, audios. So we have to classify what are the types of data, and then we can do our processing or storage of the data. Okay, if any doubt, please do comment and do not forget to subscribe Satya Learning Center. Now we will come to velocity. So earlier we used to get data from, you can say like share market data, hospital management data, education system data, government data, uh, and different type of data based on the businesses. But nowadays, when social media came into the picture and when mobile network has came into the picture, then we are going to discuss about the speed of the data which comes as a social media data like Facebook, Twitter, Google, Instagram, WhatsApp. So there are various kinds of social media data, Google search engine data. So all types of data will have some velocity. So we need to consider the frequency of the data, how frequently the data is coming into our stages. And then we can split the data into the different warehouse or different stages. So let's say today let's say today 100 GB of data came from one server. So next day 1000 terabytes of data. So the velocity is increasing, decreasing based on the, but nowadays velocity will always increase because of population, because of higher population are using internet, higher population are using social media data, and they are keep on continue surfing the data, they are keep on continue posting the photos, videos and everything. So that velocity will always increase. So we have to keep the maintenance of that data so that we should not lose any kind of data. Okay, now we will go for the veracity of the data. So veracity is like inconsistent or uncertain data, the data which is not certain, like when it will come or when it will not come, what is the consistency. Sometime data will come a huge amount of data, sometime it will not come. Okay, based on the market value. So that veracity can be controlled very difficult, in a difficult way. So for that what we need to do is we need to look up the data and we need to check the consistency of the data. If consistency is not frequent, then we have to go for the tool where we can get all the data based on the time frame, whether it is batch data, historical data, or whether it is streaming data. So the data which is not in our scope to control, that may comes under veracity. Now the fifth V is value. So to understand the use of data, whether that data can be used or not, whether that data can be converted into valuable form or not, then that data can be used, known as a value of the data. Okay, let's understand the value. It's very important view of the big data. Suppose we are getting a huge amount of population from a specific area, are using an application which has some functionality or some nature to order something. So if we come to know about the interest of the customer from the specific area, then we can easily recommend the products or features based on their value or based on their interest. So that comes under value of the data. So that's what, when we order anything online, based on the interest of the customer or based on the interest of the end user, how frequent he purchases what, then app will automatically understand its mentality, and then they offer same type of products from the various platform. So the value comes under into that picture. Okay, clear? Now variability. So the data changing day by day, daily, like data is not consistent, as we already discussed in veracity. Now inconsistency is different, and changing the value of the data or changing the feature of the data is different. So maybe today the data is come like in some format, tomorrow it will come in some other format. So it varies based on the platform, based on the interest, based on the user, based on the client requirement. So all this kind of information that changing based on the user interest, that will come under variability. So any question, please do ask in the comment section. Any recommendation is heartily welcome, and any suggestion, do you need more elaboration or do you need uh, more clarification, please put a comment, and do not forget to like and share this channel. As you already know, Satya Learning Center. So yeah friend, that's all from this video, and we will come into the next video. Till then, goodbye, take care, thanks.